Billy, first question for you.
Ooh, not ready.
In previous interviews, you talked about how your character, Orem, had been, a straight antagonist to start with. You weren't really interested in playing that sort of straight role. Now, he's obviously a fair bit more complex in the finished film. How much of that did you bring to it? And
well, all of it was there. It's just a question of the way that you play it. And so I think what John Logan and Ridley had originally conceived of was this untouchable fundamentalist, somebody who was completely closed off to everybody else, was going to be rigid in his authority, and that was going to put the ship in complete jeopardy from the beginning. Everybody knew it. And I wasn't so interested in telling the story of a strict fundamentalist who doesn't have compassion, rationality, the ability to question their own judgment, because then it sets up the possibility of when it becomes fractured, he gets to build it up to something real and new. And because I think the belief system that he has is something that was impressed upon him since he was a child, and he gets to develop his own version of it as an adult. And to me, that was a really complex, interesting story. And I think it was in there. It was what they were after. It could have been played a different way, I think.
okay.
So if there are people out there who don't care for it, it was mostly Danny's fault.
I'm sorry, I just fell asleep with my eyes open. Okay.
Next question for you, actually, Danny. You've got a bit of a reputation for being, a
I know, I'm working on it.
a sci-fi and a horror sort of nerd yourself. So coming at Covenant from that perspective as a fan of sci-fi and of Alien, what was the point when it sort of hit you and you're like, holy shit, I'm on an Alien film?
The whole entire time, when I got the script the first time as well, as a fan of this series, I was just so excited. I don't think I'd ever been more excited to read a script and just to know where he was planning on going with it. And the script delivered instantly when I read it. I'm like, this is exactly what fans are looking for with this franchise. And I don't think that feeling ever left the whole time we shot. I can remember the first day we were on the set, and I looked over at Billy, and we were both just kind of flipping out that we were even on, in a spaceship that Ridley Scott has helped design. And I'm like, will we be kicked off the film if we take pictures of ourselves on this right now to capture this moment? And Billy said, yes, we will be. So.
That's right.
Demian, everybody else got a cool chestburster scene that was infected. You didn't get one. Was there ever one that was on the cards for you, or bursting?
No,
or anything?
I put that in my contract. I did not want to have my chest exploding. Yeah.
So, there's a question for everybody. It's from one of our community members, Echo Basques. He asks, Ridley Scott is well known for provoking real fear by not telling his actors what exactly is going to go down all the time. Were there any circumstances, any times on Covenant where he also took that approach and surprised you guys?
Not for me. I mean, the way that he went about it was like a general taking you through everything. You knew exactly what was going to happen, exactly how it was going to, and then he would say, all right, if you want to explore a certain moment, this is going to be your opportunity to do it. But other than that, it was like he was very clearly focused, like master craftsman, and every moment was rendered in the most extraordinary way.
Danny, the last time that a great male protagonist survived an Alien film, it didn't really go well for him in the sequel.
Yeah.
Are we going to see you in the next one? Are you going to go the way of Hicks or your buddy James Franco?
I think in these movies historically, if you get into the sleep pod, there's really no guarantee that anyone's ever going to see you again. Even poor Newt.
A lot of our guys want to know: did you swipe anything off the set? Did you take any souvenirs home? And what were they?
You could go to jail if you did. I didn't.
I took a real xenomorph home, and I've left him in my 2-year-old daughter's room just to keep her in line. When she doesn't go to bed, I just put that over her thing and say, you better go to bed. And she does.
That's a great piece of parenting advice.
It is.